Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Chrissy, and I'm here with my 2018 wrap-up books, 21 to 25. So I had like a few days left over from March, so I picked up Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, and because I just wanted like a really cute sort of quick filler type thing, and I remember reading Eleanor and Park was kind of like that for me, so I just wanted to get to it already. And one of my goals was also to read women, but women from my old book hauls, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, so I can finally get them off my shelves or get them off my TBR. So back to Attachments. This was so cute. Like I couldn't even like the way I don't normally get kilig or excited to root for a couple, but when I read the couple in this one, I just couldn't help it. I just found it so cute, and how the story came together and all that. Like I'm not sure how it would actually play out in real life because it seems a bit creepy, but at the same time it worked out pretty well. And also I wasn't sure if they actually described how the guy looked at the beginning of the book. I assumed he was scrawny and like short. Turns out he's tall and muscular, so I was like, what? I didn't see that coming. But yeah, I really did enjoy this. And then after that, I picked up The Iron Man by Ted Hughes. I know this is a really big fan. Anything Ted Hughes is Miriam from Between Lines and Life is a really huge fan. And so yeah, I finally read this. I did not really watch the movie when I was younger. I know, but that's just, okay, let me just be honest with you guys. There were no princesses in it, so I was not interested at all. That's it. I mean, that's just, I can't help it. That's just me. So this was pretty good. However, I only found out it's very much a children's book. So it was until like the first half he was like this quiet, angry monster, and then the second half he's a talking, smart, like robot who can like save the world. I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, I can get this as like a children's book, but yeah, that's it. And then there's a sequel, The Iron Woman by Ted Hughes. Now this one was it had more character development, it was longer, and it was very environment centered, because I was reading about Ted Hughes and it turns out he became somewhat of an environmentalist poet later on in his life. And so this was focusing on the Iron Woman being very angry at how man was poisoning the rivers, and so she lashed out at men and they became fish. So yeah, and she gave this little girl powers and everything. It's like, it's nice because in book 1 it was Iron Man and a little boy. In book 2 it's Iron Woman and a little girl. So at least there was that sense of continuity that was kind of nice. But yeah, this is very kind of 90s with like environment stuff. And then after that I picked up Ted Hughes' Wolf Watching, which is a collection of poems here, which is, it was alright. I liked some lines in certain poems, but I sort of had a little bit of a disconnect towards the more environmental poems, even though, I mean, he was saying some pretty important things, but I think that I was not able to connect, and so that kind of disappointed me. But I think the cover is really pretty. And last but not least, I picked up Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. This was demanded me to read by a friend who was like, when he saw it on my Instagram stories, he was like, read it. So I'm like, okay, fine. So wow, this book was wow, because like the thing about sci-fi is that it challenges your philosophies, as well as it sort of like makes you think forward. Like, if this were to happen, how would something go on in time or something, or if something happened 20-30 years from now. And I can really see, I think this was printed or published in the 50s. Oh yeah, copyright 1953. So wow, it's for the time period that this came out in, like, he had the nerve to like This was like hyper family type, hyper like family type, sort of very home centric, very homely, like, or like very pure ish, and then he just took it forward, and it was just very interesting because his ideas were very futuristic, but at the same time they were very much ideas of the 50s, so it felt like going forward but stepping back at the same time. And like the main twist here was really interesting, and I personally had a little bit of a problem, like sort of switching off my disbelief, but at the same, that's kind of why I struggled with it a little bit. But this was so good. This was so good. But I am not naturally inclined to sci-fi, so maybe that's why I had another bit of a struggle. But other than that though, oh yeah, it also didn't have a certain main character. It just had different characters, different sort of central important characters throughout the timeline, but the main characters, I think, were the overlords. So there's that. So yeah, that's it. These are all the books that I read, books 21 to 25. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.